Next, we have Jordan and Alex McKay, who represent Ontario. So please make your way up and get yourself settled. Thank you. And that's probably Mackay, isn't it? It's Mackay. I should know that. Crystal has drilled that. You guys both have a... Again, you're okay for time, so let's start when you're...
Do you want to work your slides?
No.
Hello, I'm Alex, and this is my brother Jordan Mackay. We're from Ontario, Port Perry, Ontario. I'd like to thank the judges, alumni, and fellow honorees. It's a real honor to be amongst everyone here. Everyone's doing inspiring things. Thank you for the opportunity to meet you all, and also to our wives who help us run the business. So our farm was purchased by our father in 1969, and our first strawberry crop went in 1979. Since then, we've gone through a lot of changes. Our first market garden building was built in 1990, and our dairy herd was sold in 93. We started into beef and a bit more vegetable production. Our parents persuaded both my brother and I to go and get university degrees. Jordy came home full-time in 2007 with an agricultural business degree. Myself in 2008 with a Bachelor of Science. In 2016, we went through a major undertaking by building a new store on our property.
I take care of the retail side of the business, and my brother takes care of production on the farm and wholesale. What makes us different, what makes us unique at Willow Tree Farm is our diversification. We grow, harvest, process, and retail our meat and produce right on the farm. We wouldn't be able to do that without the help of our wives, as Alex mentioned, who are both full-time in the business, and our great staff team. So this past summer, we employed a team of over 90 people, 53 of which were full-time, 30 migrant workers from Mexico, 3 trained butchers, a kitchen staff of 8, and a large retail team. Over the winter, we still carried a team of 26 people, 14 of which were full-time. Now my brother's going to talk about some of the production techniques on the farm.
So we've grown our fruit and vegetable acreage from 50 to 170 acres of hand-picked fruit and veggies since 2008. Plastic culture has been a big part of this path that we've taken. Drip irrigation, low tunnels, and floating row covers. It's helped us extend our season, and at the beginning and end of the season is when we tend to get the best prices for our crops, or they're the most expensive if we need to buy them. Our migrant labor to date is 30 guys from Mexico. They're the lifeblood of our farm, their family. The better they feel, the harder they work, so we really take that to heart. Strawberries is the main crop that we grow, and my personal favorite. Last summer we picked over 37,000 flats of strawberries. Our wholesale has also increased quite a bit, though our focus is retail. Our wholesale has grown to over $500,000. Garlic is another crop that we like to grow on our farm. We started with a real small plantation of less than a quarter acre, and now we do 12 to 14 acres a year on raised beds with straw mulch, soybean straw mulch. The mulch helps reduce weeds, increases water retention of the soil, and protects from winter injury. We try to get 1,000 bushels a year off of our field. We've modified equipment such as our hay dryer from our dairy days to dry our garlic. We grow over 30 different fruit and vegetable crops, including asparagus, potatoes, sweet potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, leeks, onions, maple syrup. We custom press apple cider, and there's also some more that I'm missing. Our production per acre has also increased because it's been a goal of ours. So we're planting denser. We've eliminated roadways in much of our crops with high clearance tractors and equipment and high clear sprayers. And you know, that's an ongoing goal, is to squeeze as much off as we can. We also raised some livestock on our farm. Cows have been a part of our life for our whole lives. We added sheep to the farm in 2011. We fatten and direct sell over 100 lambs a year through our butcher shop and over 50 cows. We finish them all on non-GMO corn. We feel that it gives us a marketing edge, but you know, we don't have anything against GMO.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the retail side of our business. So in 2007, when I came back to the farm, we attended 7 farmers markets, and this past summer we attended 13 farmers markets, and we had revenue on the farmers markets of $820,000. We also have a CSA program on the farm that was started back in 2010. This program started with less than 50 families and has grown to 407 families representing $238,000. A big thing we encourage with our CSA members is prepayment early in the spring. We offer an incentive for this. That brought in $100,000 first of May, and that really helped put the crop in, pay for some of the expenses when we didn't have a lot of revenue coming in and a lot of expense going out. In 2015, we started the construction of our new farm market. You can see my brother on the sawmill. You can see us up on the peak of the roof putting a sign on. We work side by side with the contractors every day, and we opened in June of 2016. This new farm market's open 12 months a year. We have a commercial kitchen making scratch meals, soups, baking, catering, all with our own meat and produce. We have a whole carcass butcher shop where we're cutting our own beef and lamb. We're cutting pork, chicken, lamb, and beef from surrounding farms. It may have been easier to go to a box meat system. It may have been more profitable to go to a box meat system, but we really did want to work with hanging meat, and I think that's a great thing for our customers to see. We're value adding our meat and produce to give the customers a more complete shopping experience. We have a cafe with indoor and outdoor seating that's open 7 days a week, and we're very proud to say that 99% of the products we sell in our store are from Ontario. We have an animal experience where customers can get up and close with goats, pigs, rabbits, chickens, and other farm animals. The revenue on our on-farm market has grown from $440,000 in 2011 to just over $2 million in 2017, and this has been the focus of the farm since it opened in June of 2016. Our winter revenue in the first winter open was $164,000, and with a lot of promotions, we grew that to just over $300,000 this past winter. Our total retail sales for Willow Tree Farm has grown from approximately $1.5 million in 2013 to just over $3.2 million in 2017. We do a school fundraiser program as well, where kids are selling boxes of vegetables to friends and family. We provide the produce at a wholesale price. We provide our own cloth bags. We help them pack. It's a great way for them to learn about local food and to make a little money for their schools. We found that events over the years have been a great way to drive people to the farm and create that family experience. Some of the events we do are a maple syrup festival. We do Easter activities. We tried an asparagus festival this spring. We've done a customer appreciation corn roast for 4 years now. We do a strawberry festival in September. Why in September? Because a lot of people don't know that strawberries are produced in Ontario, in Canada, in the fall. So it's a great way to show the customers how they grow and get them out in the field picking. One of my personal favorites is our Beer, Bacon, and Brussels Sprout Festival, where we bring in local craft breweries and our kitchen pairs little taster plates with them. We do Santa activities and a pumpkin festival. If we can get people in the door and having fun, they come back and become customers. Some of the things we do to bring them in are free weekly farm tours on Saturday. We have an ice skating rink, a bonfire in the winter. We've done yoga on the farm, corn box, spooky walk, sunflower trails, sleigh rides, and lots of different things. This summer, our road was under construction from the middle of May till the middle of September. We started doing weekly free giveaways promoted on Facebook. They'd see the ad for a free quart of strawberries, quart of potatoes. They could come in, and it was a driver to help get people in the door during those slow weekdays. Other things we do for fun on the farm. We have a junior farmers program that's very popular. We do school tours. Since 2015, we've completely rebranded the business. We have a new website, new logo, all new signage, labels, coupons, all with one consistent brand message. Our advertising budget has grown from a few $1,000s in 2015 to a budget of $60,000 in 2018. We advertise on local radio, magazines, newspaper, a lot of paid social media. We even have a sign at the local ice rink. We've gotten out to promote the farm as well. We do a lot of local fairs, festivals, craft shows, and what was very popular this year was butter tart festivals. Some of the new technology that we've brought into the retail side of the business in the last few years is a new POS system in 2018 to help keep track of inventory, streamline the checkout process for our customers, and help with our profit centers. We use an online staff scheduling program. We have an online communications platform for our staff to keep them all updated on what's going on. We've gone to a direct deposit payroll system, and we now have an online store where you can buy CSAs, gift cards, ready-made meals, and lots of other things. We do a staff training day in the spring where we take all the retail staff out to the fields and into the barns to teach them how we grow and raise the food that they're going to be selling. We have a summer and a winter staff Christmas party, and we have a health and safety committee on the farm made up of members from different departments that meet on a regular basis and go over what we could make safer on the farm. Some of the volunteer organizations that we're part of, I'm a member of director on Durham Farm Fresh, Ontario Farm Fresh. I'm involved at the board level of many of the farmers markets we attend. I'm a member of the 100 Men of Scugog and a few networking groups, and I do a lot of volunteer work for the Rotary Club of Port Perry. My brother's a director on Ontario Berry Growers. He works with Second Harvest and other local food banks on a regular basis, and in 2012 he flew to Baffin Island with a load of fresh produce, diapers, formula, and hockey equipment with his wife Kelty to give out to the local community. In the future, he hopes to be involved with the local 4-H club and coach his kids in sports. The community is very important to us as well. We're involved in the local Port Perry Chili Cook-Off, the Soup-a-thon, Big Brothers Big Sisters Wing Night, and the Polar Plunge. You can see our polar team up there. WTF is for Willow Tree Farm. Our donations to the community have significantly increased as well. We give away half bushels of apples, strawberries, gift cards, gift baskets, and all sorts of things to raise money for clubs, sports teams, schools, spaghetti suppers, you name it. This spring, we donated a quarter beef experience to the Rotary Club of Port Perry for their live gala auction item. The person who won that got to come and work with our butcher and see how the meat was cut up. We've had many awards over the last few years. We were the 2016 Durham Farm Connections CIBC Farm Family of the Year. We've won 2 Premier Awards for Agri-Innovation and a number of other local agricultural and historical awards. We've been on 2 different TV shows on the Food Network. We've appeared on Rogers Daytime TV multiple times. And we have over 7,800 followers on Facebook. We put out a post last week of picking broccoli, and as of a couple days ago, that reached over 150,000 people. We have almost 2,000 followers on Instagram. This is the next generation. This is my brother's 2 boys, Ian and Roddy. They can be found all over the farm, in the strawberry patch, in the corn box, at the animal experience, and in the store eating cookies. We really hope they have the same love of agriculture that our family does. We do try to work on our work-life balance. My brother and Kelty have a cottage. My wife and I have a boat that we get off to from time to time. So we are working on that, and it is getting better. We do get away when we can. I'd like to thank, of course, OYF Ontario for sending us here. We'd like to thank Dana Thatcher of Thatcher Farms for the recommendation, and very pleased to be here and very pleased to be part of this OYF family. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. You know the routine by now. There we go.
I'm Gary Bars from BC. I can see why you guys are in charge of the areas that you are in your business, as far as the retail and the growing. Based on your presentation, great presentation. Quick question. For all your events, who came up with those ideas? And also for like all the social media stuff you're doing, are you guys posting this stuff yourself? Or do you pay someone to do that?
Could our wives stand up right now? We really are a business of 4 people. So Alex and I are presenting on behalf of the farm. It's our parents' farm, but we very much work as a team.
And so we do a lot of posts of the farm side of the business. We try to do them 5 times a week anyways. And we have a new hire that I've charged with this task. She's enthusiastic about it. I'm not very good at using Facebook and Instagram, but I'm on her back all the time. What did you post today? What are you gonna post? You know, how many follows or whatever did it get? Was it good? You know, so even though I'm not posting myself, I try to encourage to post, and so we don't pay anyone from off the farm to do the posting though.
Sarah from BC. My question to you is where the majority of your direct-to-consumer base is from?
Well, with farmers markets, for those of you that know Ontario, most of our markets are within the GTA, so we're going into Toronto, so that's what's hitting that clientele. We also go up as far north as Lake Rosso, into the Muskokas, into York region. Our store, we're driving traffic from within the hour. You know, we have a lot of local people that shop multiple times a week, but we do have customers, and you know, I work the meat counter a lot, so I'm always talking to them, where are you from? And they're from Scarborough, Toronto, Markham. They're coming from half an hour, 45 minutes, I'd say up to an hour away. For some of our events, they may come a little bit further, but we're blessed to have a great population around us.
Hi, my name is Mike Penner from southern Manitoba. Truly inspirational to see a real field-to-table operation. Well done, guys. One of my questions is, what does your food waste process look like? For everything that you don't sell and that doesn't get consumed, how do you return that back into your operation?
So, you know, obviously fresh produce is where we send things first. If it comes back a little tired, it gets used in the kitchen. We make a pile of soups, stocks, ready-made meals, meat pies. We freeze a lot of the vegetables and fruit as well. So we have an IQF facility close by that works with batches our size, so sending, you know, a skid of strawberries, not a truckload of strawberries. And then from there, it goes back to the livestock.
Also food banks. We harvest more than we can sell lots of times, and you can see it, but we'll harvest it, and we'll call it second harvest. Really, they have a lot of affiliates in Toronto, and they'll take as much as we can give them, you know, so.
Amy Cronin from Ontario. I'm wondering if you can talk about some of the ecological practices that you have on your farm.
Yeah, well, we keep the cows out of the creek. We really try to get a good rotation, build soil, organic matter. We cover crop just about everything with oats to scavenge fertilizer and cover the soil. I'd say those are the main ones. We also have small equipment. I think that helps a little bit because we got to get out there. Some days with the veggies, we could wait. You know, some days you can't wait. So having smaller stuff maybe lessens our compaction a little bit. And we're conscious about it too.
Laura Shoemaker from Saskatchewan. I think I heard you say that you feed the cattle non-GMO corn. I'm just wondering if the rest of your products are marketed as non-GMO and how that's perceived by the consumer.
Yeah, Everything's non-GMO, except we use Roundup Ready soybeans in our rotation. They're excellent at cleaning up weedy fields. And the consumers, it's not as popular a question as it was 3 or 4 years ago. And I normally answer that I believe in GMOs, but we don't grow them because people like don't necessarily want to buy them.
Yeah, we do have, you know, when you look at our meat, we've got a small flock producer that produces all our chicken for us. We did switch him over to non-GMO chicken feed. There was an increase in our cost and in his feed bill, obviously. We raise our beef and lamb non-GMO, but the pork, the rail meat we buy in, and some of the lamb we buy in, we're just transparent with the customer. And we do have people that will buy our product, and we have people that are just happy with a great product. It's just a niche we've marketed.
Jason Pike, Ontario. Thanks, guys. Great presentation. Just wondering a little bit about regulations around the meat cutting and abattoirs. We're locally losing lots of abattoirs in Ontario. Glad to see you guys are keeping that going. Are you finding that a struggle with inspection or that type of thing? And can you touch a little bit on that?
Yeah, I'll start with the abattoirs. We are extremely lucky. We've got half a dozen abattoirs within an hour, which, you know, when you go to other parts of the country, other parts of the province, they don't have that. We've got a blend of halal certified to 2 poultry producers or poultry processors, so we're very lucky that way. As far as on the floor, we cut everything actually on our retail floor. So come out and see us. We drop a side of pork on the cutting table, right out by the customers, cut it out. We invited the health department in during construction. We talked about what we were putting on the walls, how our equipment was going to be laid out, you know, having the right things in place. We keep it clean. We are a regionally inspected facility, which means the region comes in 4 times to inspect us randomly. So when people say, is it hard to do? No, you know what? If you do it right, it's not. And we've had a great relationship with the health department. Thank you very much.